Hey guys, what's going on? The 2013 epic cut of pieces all over. 22 weeks later, baby, we put together this transformation video. Gonna show the viewers at home and go through a bunch of questions that we've been asked about the epic 2013, I'm gonna say epic again, epic cut of piece. So here we go. My weight training, it didn't change at all, and this is a big misconception people have when they're trying to lose body fat, is they go and they completely rearrange their weight training and go and do lighter weights and higher reps and think that burns more calories, is going to get them shredded or get those striations in or whatever it may be. My weight training did not change at all. It stayed exactly the same. Perhaps, if one thing changed, I was training with more intensity. My rest periods may have been a little bit shorter, but in terms of the weight I was moving, the rep ranges I was using, the workouts I was doing, it was exactly the same as it is when I'm not dieting or when I'm in off season. The diet was pretty straightforward. It was pretty basic. I'm a big clean eater myself. I don't follow the if it fits your macros or intermittent fasting. So it was pretty basic. It was for the majority of the diet, seven meals a day. I started off, some of those meals were protein shakes to start, and then as I progressively went into the cut, it was more and more whole food meals right up until probably, the last 12 weeks of the cut was just whole food meals. So I didn't do protein shakes at all. Whole food sources as well. So a lot of chicken, a lot of turkey, a lot of broccoli. My carbohydrate sources were mainly, I'd alternate between brown rice and sweet potato. My green sources were primarily broccoli, unless it was really expensive. In that case, I'd go to a different type of green source, which would be like celery or cucumber or whatever it may be. But mainly broccoli was the main green source. And that was pretty much it, pretty simple. Everybody wants to know, did I have cheat meals? And if you follow Massive Joes on Instagram or Facebook, you would know, hell yeah, I had cheat meals. I was doing one cheat meal a week right up until about week 18, and then I cut cheat meals out. I didn't have cheat meals for the last 4 weeks. But yeah, I was doing one cheat meal a week, man, and it was epic. It was some of the biggest cheat meals. Go back and check out Massive Joe's Instagram. You'll see what I'm talking about. Some of the most epic cheat meals we've seen thus far. So supplements was pretty straightforward as well. I started with protein powders in my diet, and then as I mentioned, as I got further into the cut until there was about 12 weeks left, so 10 weeks into the cut, protein powders were out, and it was all whole food sources. My fat burners were very important. I was taking fat burners throughout the cut. Mainly at the time it was OxyShred from EHP Labs, and then finished off with some OptiBurn from Platinum Labs, in conjunction with my fat metabolizer, of course, which is Gentech Alka Fuel the entire time, and my essential fatty acids throughout the day, which were Muscle Farm CLA and then Gentech CLA as well, which are pretty much the same product, just from a different company. Pre-workouts, obviously, I was big on the pre-workouts, man. When you're dieting, your energy levels are very low, so the pre-workouts were a must. Intra-workouts, I kept my intra-workout carbs in there right throughout the entire cut. So I was using Carbolin in conjunction with my intra-workout branch-chain amino acid supplement, which at the time was RSP Regen as well. And then my hormone supplements was the final thing. So big fan of Beast Super Test, was using that for obviously a 22-week cut. I was using it for 12 weeks on, 8 weeks off. So I started it when there was 12 weeks left in the cut. So the first 10 weeks of the cut was no hormone supplement, and then I used the Beast Super Test to really kind of supercharge my cut from that point on. In terms of supplementation, that was pretty much it. Carb cycling. I got asked this question a lot. Did I carb cycle? The short answer is yes. I didn't carb cycle right at the start though. I started carb cycling about 12 weeks, when there was 12 weeks left, so about 10 weeks in, when my carbohydrate levels got low enough that I needed the hormone response of having high carb days and low carb days. So for the first 10 weeks, no, I didn't carb cycle. When I started carb cycling, so from 10 weeks on, or from 12 weeks left to right to the end of the cut, the way that I was carb cycling was I would have my low carb days, and then on my high carb days, I'd triple my carbohydrate intake, but I'd consume the same amount of calories. So effectively, my proteins and fats on those high carb days would come down so that my overall calorie intake stayed the same, but I was eating 3 times the amount of carbohydrates. And I did that carb cycling for the last 12 weeks of the cut. The most challenging thing, I mean, always when you cut, the most challenging thing is your energy levels. You know, especially when you work long hours. If you've got a job that demands you work long hours, like I do, your energy levels are, you know, the further you cut, the further you get into your cut, the lower your energy levels are as well. And it just gets more difficult and more difficult. And that's why I always say that energy levels are the hardest thing. It was to the point where, you know, towards the end of the cut, you know, week 16, 17, 18 and onwards, man, I'd get up in the morning, I'd go do my cardio, I was feeling good. By 10 o'clock in the morning, I was ready to go to sleep again. You know, the energy levels is definitely the most challenging thing when anyone's trying to do a cut. So my future goals, look, I'm looking at getting back on stage next year, early next year, and competing. Coming out of bodybuilding, I've done a lot of bodybuilding competitions in the past, natural bodybuilding of course, and going into men's physique competitions starting early next year. So there's a few federations that I've never competed in that I want to give a try, and see how we go there, and then possibly progress into some of the bigger worldwide federations. The WBFF, the IFBB are the two that have kind of taken my interest at the moment, but you know, we really have to see how we go. There's a lot of politics in this sport, of course, and you know, I'm probably going to tend towards the federation that has the less amount of politics, but we'll see how we go. The biggest piece of advice I can give to anybody who's trying to cut or anyone who's trying to diet is be consistent and stick with it, and don't expect that it's gonna all happen within a week or within 2 weeks or within 4 weeks or within 5 weeks. I mean, you have to stick at these things for a long period of time. You have to be satisfied with very small incremental changes. Keep your eye on the prize, don't get me wrong, but stick with it and stick with it for the long term.